Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Bart Vanderstorm, founder and director, Payroll Minds. Bart leads a full range of HR, payroll consulting, and transformational services for leading global companies. He draws on his 25 years experience in the HR and payroll business to play a key role in developing strategic directives for multinational corporations. Let's welcome Bart Vanderstorm to share his thoughts on a new way of doing, growing a career in global payroll.
Hello everyone, my name is Bart Vanderstorm, and as introduced by Neeyamo team, I'm a founder and managing partner at Payroll Minds. Thank you Neeyamo for hosting me, and thank you for the invite to this great event, and thank all for being here today to listen to my story, which I believe can change your career. I know it changed mine. By the way, I will be in the live Q&A chat, and feel free to send me a message or question if you have them. I'll be glad to answer them. I've been working in global payroll for more than 25 years, and it's never been more exciting than it is right now. Our field is evolving rapidly. There are amazing opportunities. Think about the great technology and service portfolio Neeyamo brings to the table. I've been working with Neeyamo over the last 2 years, and I'm amazed about the many tools, services, and consulting they provide to you as a client or to us as a community. They allow us to be more strategic. They give us the opportunity not having to be involved in all the day-to-day activities because they'll take care of this. All in all, just a good example of how the world is evolving and how the great technologies are helping us to be more strategic. Because of this, I think we need a forward-thinking community. But in many organizations, the payroll function is still unable to clearly communicate what's going on, not able to influence the decisions in their favor. The payroll teams feel underappreciated and have an unclear view of their growth path. Sometimes I refer to the payroll function as being a referee who is all about the rules. What can and cannot be done? Make one mistake and all other successes are forgotten. A business prevention officer is what I was sometimes called by somebody. I never appreciated this, but this is the way they saw me. But I believe that you can become a trusted advisor for the entire organization, somebody who brings fact-based, clear solutions to its internal customers in a compassionate yet organized manner, who is involved in the many changes occurring in an organization and makes a difference for all employees. Being the trusted advisor that will enlighten the customer experience and further position the payroll as a function to believe in. Would this not be exciting? I believe we can build a career path for the payroll professional and help give them the tools to be successful. I believe we need a new way of doing. In the past and until now, the payroll is not recognized as an organization type, as an industry. Human resources is, accounting is, payroll is not. Under the leadership of Melanie Pizzi from the Global Payroll Association, LinkedIn agreed that it's time to recognize payroll as an industry. But now we're becoming an industry-recognized function. How do we organize ourselves? How do we create learning paths for starting payroll professionals? How can we help them, coach them, train them? What methods do we use? What forms do we use? And what does a payroll professional need to learn, and how? Not having a clear view on where your career is headed and not feeling you own or control your growth trajectory puts many of us in a state of questioning. Will I ever get to become a manager or a project manager? Will I be allowed to be involved in this interesting project or implementing a great tool, for example, like the one Neeyamo built? Should I ever give him the chance? What skills do I need? I know how to run payroll, but what skills do I need? You need a clear career path. All successful payroll professionals have a few things in common. We started to own our career trajectory. We did not hold back pursuing action and opportunities. We've learned how to communicate and influence. And we've learned to be a critical thinker and to apply outstanding project management skills. This way, we created our own happiness, and therefore, we were also valued as someone with great customer focus. I want you to bring along in my journey as a payroll professional. Clearly today, I'm a business owner and invest in the development of payroll profession, both for my own people, but also in a community-based environment. And this investment results in us being able to bring the best talents to our customer problems, initiatives, and projects. But obviously, early in my career, I also started with running payroll for one country on a single tool. Quickly, I started to wonder how the world of international payroll looked like. If only I would have been able to connect with peers and mentors who already made the journey to international payroll. And what if I could have had a learning and development canvas that showed me what skills and tools I needed to master for my next step? So I finally made it to be introduced to international payroll and started to learn all about other countries. And this ignited even more energy and strive for more knowledge. I was also given the opportunity to be involved in the implementation of new programs and tools. And even though I loved the learning curve, I discovered that moving up the ladder was less about the great hard skills I've learned and more about soft skills. I ran into issues such as why it seemed so hard to convince others of what the reason was for things failing. I was not able to communicate the issues in a constructive manner, nor was I able to show the data, so there was no compelling story and was not able to get what I knew was needed. I simply lacked the soft skills and had no real mentors. Of course, I had great mentors and coaches in my career, but somebody living the same dream as me? Not really. Today, it's much easier to connect, get support, and find answers of what learning path to follow. There is a community, and payroll is starting to be recognized, and therefore exposure will provide insights. A bit fast forward, probably 10 to 12 years ago, I got to the top spot in an organization. The buck now stopped with me. I was responsible for a team of people across the universe. I had a seat at the table at leadership levels. Although I was also still learning and therefore also failing, I started to recognize I had talented payroll resources struggling with the same questions I had years ago. They needed opportunities and needed to get into the light to be encouraged to take risks. Teaching boundary and crossing competencies like teamwork, communication skills, critical thinking, having perspective, and a global mindset, and to use all of these skills combined with a solid project management skill was making a difference between an okay payroll team versus being a great payroll team. So if you now fast forward into what I've achieved with these last 10 to 15 years, I am able to say that I have seen talents grow, have been able to teach, train, and coach them, and many of these talents I speak with regularly, and many of them have made it to the top spots at leading brands in the present day. So coming back to my vision of a new way of doing, I wanted to create a payroll professional development canvas. And I want to build a community in where the payroll professionals can get guidance, share and get knowledge, and learn and grow together. To help facilitate this, I wanted to share a few of the critical competencies to master as soon as possible and give you some guidance what a good first step could be. In the end of the day, who does not want to be the expert? Who knows it all, or at least knows who knows it all? Is a fact-based and critical thinker, communicates in a calm and constructive manner, and is valued as a member of the broader team, and also is seen as the one who keeps it all together, and is able to unite and excite all resources by applying stellar problem-solving skills and program management. I certainly want to. What about you? In the next few slides, I will share the things I think you can implement immediately. It will help you and your team to have the discussions and have the influence in these discussions needed to improve. It will help you in your communications and will help you mature the process. The payroll organization, and when done right, will even help you mature the entire hire to retire process with all the stakeholders in it. What will be the end result? Well, you'll have a valued and recognized customer focus. Let's dive into it. You need to know your process and you need to map your process, even if you start mapping the dependencies in the process. Ensure you don't make this about tools and don't immediately jump into solutioning. Just focus on what you do today and map it out. Don't miss any step. Not having a visual of your current process will not allow you to improve individually, as a team, or at the entire process. But if you take the time to map out the entire process, you will be able to move to the next levels of improvement. And as a team or even individually, you'll start to stand out. Now that you've mapped your process, you need to start measuring performance. Think about cycle times, data accuracy, data timeliness, time to close payroll tickets and employee questions. whatever helps you to identify issues. Having measurability will help you use fact-based communications, will help you to be confident in what is going on, and removes, to a certain extent, emotional and defensive behaviors. And now the real stuff happens. Because you have mapped out the process, measured the performance, and learned where the process breaks or can be improved, real conversations can happen in the team, with the cross-functional partners, with your vendors. Making agreements about the changes needed, the quality needed, and the ownership needed drives responsibility and accountability. And now you have made the first steps to improvement. And this will increase the joy and happiness of the organization, the people in it, the payroll team, and last but not least, will help you grow as an individual. To summarize, visualize the process, measure the performance, call upon responsibilities and accountabilities, create a team vibe. You're all in this together. You just created an infinite upward spiral of improvement, learning, and growth. And as an organization, you started to mature the payroll process. So, of course, the ultimate goal is to grow as an organization and to work as a team, but realize the enormous growth potential for you as an individual. You now know how to take the first step. You now know to stand out as an individual. You will learn new skills. You will fail, but you will also get back on track again. The community of payroll professionals will have your back. But in any case, you started growing as a professional and as an individual. How cool is that? What are some of the other benefits? So, from having no clear view on the career path and growth trajectory, by owning your own path of success. You did not know how to move forward and why you were getting stuck all the time, and now you have a clear view on the skills to master and where to get guidance, help, and support. You felt like a referee who could not do right, was non-communicative, and was not able to clearly communicate, a business prevention officer. But now you stand out. You are a valued business partner. You are a thorough and fact-based guide, someone everyone wants to talk with. You solve the biggest issues and deliver results. So to summarize my vision, in investing in the boundary crossing competencies of the payroll professional, we believe the payroll function will become a valued business partner in any organization. By visualizing the process and measuring the KPIs, the discussions will evolve to better decisions, clearer priorities, and well-defined roles and responsibilities. And this will lead to happier customers and create a sense of fulfillment for the teams involved in the payroll process. Let's do it together. Stay tuned with the great tools and services Neeyamo is developing. Don't hesitate to discuss with them what you're looking to resolve. Their tools and services portfolio, or at least their highly skilled resources, will most likely have answers and solutions. And join the community of payroll professionals. Again, let's do it together. If you'd like to get in touch with me, feel free to visit our website or send me an email. Thank you so much for listening to me.